want to believe that everybody here uses Google. Is there anybody here that doesn't use Google? If you don't use Google, raise your hand. Oh, you don't use, what do you use? Interesting. Okay. But what if I said that the way you Google normally is not the way that is the best to get the results that you're looking for? So the thing is, a lot of people don't really know how to Google stuff, right? And then if you look at some people's search bar, you want to apologize to the search bar because what exactly is that? Some people search, oh, how to boil fried rice when the gas is really low and there is no money to refill it, and then you still expect the search results to come outside. So, pretty much. But yeah, Googling is a skill, right? And you need to be good at Googling for you to actually get the information that you're looking for on Google. Because the truth is, everything is on Google. You can find anything on Google. You just need to know how to search for what exactly you're looking for. And so in this session, we'll talk about two main things. We'll talk about 5 shortcuts to help you get better at search results everywhere. And then we'll also talk about how you can apply these things in real life. So whether you're in school, whether you're making research, whether you're searching for a job, some things here also apply to people that want to Japa, that have Japa plans. But we're going to get to that. And pretty much, we're going to talk about how it applies to each and every single section of our lives. The first thing we're going to talk about is site, right? So this particular operator, oh, by the way, everything we are talking about is going to be put into your search bar. We're going to get to the point where there are examples, and so we'll see examples of how to actually apply this. But the first one we'll be talking about is site. So what site does is it forces Google to prioritize that particular website that you inputted there, so that if you search for anything, the only results you'll be getting is from that particular site. So an example of how to apply that is, this slide is a bit broken, but we can search for tech events, site, x.com. This is something you can actually test, like why the talk is going on. So just in case it doesn't work, you can come and drag me. But yeah, you can search for tech events, then add site x.com, and you will notice that every single search result in your Google will be post from x.com. So if you are looking for the tech events that is bubbling, like what is actually going on right now on Twitter, and specifically tech events, you can just use that, and you can be rest assured that every single thing that you are going to see is from X. Now, normally, when you search tech events, it will start showing you tech events from like US, UK, Kaduna, but you're in Lagos, and you want to attend tech events in Lagos. If you use this particular site, you can search the keyword such that it only shows you tech events in Lagos, and to now show you tweets from actual people, just so you get more verified tech events. Let's see a before and after of what using search site does. So we will notice that the first search here is somebody just searching for hostel allocation. And we can see that the first result they got, there is a result from Lagos State University, the results from University of Lagos, from Osun State University, and a random hostel allocation system. But then, let's say you are in Unilag, and you are looking for information that is specific to Unilag. What do? You search hostel allocation, and then search inside the Unilag website. You'll see on the right that we have better search results, and all those search results are all from Unilag. So you know that every single thing you are searching is what you are looking for. It's better, right? So it doesn't only apply to hostel allocation. It could be anything. For example, say you're job searching, right? And you are looking for, we'll see this example later in this slide, but say you're job searching and you are looking for people that have posted front-end developer jobs specifically on Twitter or specifically on LinkedIn. What you can do, front-end developer jobs, site x.com, and then it will show you a list of all the tweets that people have made that are actually hiring for front-end developers. So instead of you just going to go and search for random front-end developer jobs, you can actually do that and then follow the tweets. You can comment, you can DM, whichever way you prefer. But then at least you know that the search is tailored to what exactly you want and not just random stuff. All right, we'll be going to the next operator. Next operator is file type. This one is actually very, very nice for students, for people that do research, for people that have to cite specific references, and they need PDFs, not just regular websites. So what file type does is that when you search for something random, for example, WAEC timetable, to show you websites, right? Sometimes these websites might be hidden behind a paywall. Sometimes they might require you to register for something before you can just access a timetable. But what if you could actually just get the PDFs directly from Google? So the moment you're clicking the link, you are downloading it. That's exactly what file type does. So it doesn't just, it's not just restricted to PDFs. You can do PowerPoint files. You can search for MP4, MP3, whichever file type. But as far as it is on the internet, file type will find it for you. So we have a before and after example. So in the first slide, or in the first picture, you can see our example search, free CV templates. Now, you are just looking to create the CV, right? What we can see here, we can see from Canva, we can see from Flow CV, we can see from Microsoft Word, we can see from Resume, we can see from random sites, right? But some of these sites, you have to register. Some of these sites, you can end up going to the site and find out that you need a pro subscription to use it. Something will happen, and then, even though it's stated free, you will not be able to use it. There is also the extra hustle of having to go and create an account and then going to go and look for the file to download. That's stressful. What if, though, we could just search for a PDF or PDFs on the internet that we can use to get free CV templates? And that's exactly what we did here. So we searched for free CV templates, and then we specified that the documents we are looking for should be DOCX. That's a Microsoft doc. We can still swap this to a PDF. We can swap this to any other file type, right? As far as it applies to what you're looking for. Now, you cannot be looking for a CV template and be looking for that in MP4. It's not in music, right? So you will notice that in the search results on the right, every single thing there is a document. And so the moment you click on it, it's downloading straight to your laptop. So you know that you don't have to go through any extra hassle just to get the document that you're looking for. That's it for file type. Let's move ahead. We're in operator number 3 and operator number 4. This one is actually quite nice for people that do read the news or like to keep updated about stuff or like to pay attention to specific times when things happen. So before and after helps us to control when exactly our search results are coming from. You might search for Benin explosion or Kaduna bombing. Maybe it just happened like 2 days ago. But when you search on Google, you are seeing results from 2004, right? At this point, that particular information is no longer necessary. That's not what you need. That's not what you're looking for. You are looking for the bombing that just happened 2 days ago. So what if you could actually tell Google that those things from 2004, I don't need this. Just tell me things from, say, 2 days ago or 3 days ago and above. So the example we have there is how you can actually apply this or how you can search for it if you were to search for something like that. For example, we're searching for scholarship deadlines, and then we're only looking for scholarship deadlines that are after July 1st, 2024. This is for people that are going to school, probably abroad or within Nigeria here, and like the deadlines are very important so you can apply before. Now, there are some scholarships that you see them and you see that they've passed. But if you're looking for the ones that are actually going on now, that are actually still open, that you can actually apply for, you can use this. And it will only show you the ones that are still open. Let's see actual real-life comparisons between something that we'll just search randomly and something that we'll search if we actually took our time to search for it. On the left, we have ASO strike updates. So we know that ASO has gone on strike multiple times. But then you only want the results for the most recent one. You don't want something that happened weeks ago. On the first slide, we'll see that there are results from 1 day ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 9 hours ago, and 1 day ago. But then the news you heard just happened like yesterday or 2 days ago. But you're Googling and you're seeing that the results that are there are from 4 weeks ago. Is that still updated? No, it's not. So what if you could tell Google that, no, the only thing I want is news from, say, 2 weeks ago or news from last week? We can add that after operator there. So now we're telling Google, oh, okay, show me only news from the 15th of November, which is 2 days ago, up until now. And you will notice that our search results have greatly improved. You can now see that the news that we're now seeing is from 1 day ago, 9 hours ago, 1 day ago, 2 days ago, 7 hours ago. You agree with that? That's much better, right? It will help you to stay more updated than just relying on things that have happened far back in the past. All right. And then we'll be talking about the last one, the last operator, in title. So there are times you search for things, and then you will just see a bunch of articles, maybe from Medium or Coursera, and the only thing they're trying to do is sell you a product. Maybe they're trying to sell you a book, or they're trying to push the blog. And so they just carry random keywords and then just push it in the blog just so that when you search for it, you're going to see it. When you open that article now, you're not going to see what it is exactly that you're looking for. You'll be frustrated. But there is a way for you to tell Google that you should search for the title element of that page. Now, for people that aren't really web developers, the title element is that thing, when you search on Google, let's go back to the previous slide. Let's see if you can. Yes. So that text on blue, that's usually the title element. It's what contains the information about that particular page. So there is a way to tell Google that I only want information, articles, videos, whatever, that has, for example, SEO best practices. The main content of the web page should be about what you're looking for. It should not just be random keywords that are stuffed into the blog just because they are trying to promote that particular keyword. So it will help you to tell Google that, oh, the important information is what it should give you, not just anywhere that the word appears on the internet. So let's see it in action. We have pictures again, left and right. So on the left, you will see that we are looking for front-end roles. So we imputed hiring front-end into the search bar. Now you will notice that the first thing we see is, of course, the jobs panel by Google, default. And then you would see it's from LinkedIn Nigeria, it's from HR on Wheels, it's from Indeed, from Cloud Clinic. And we know that right here in Nigeria, you will see a lot of jobs that are posted by Indeed, but you wonder if anybody actually gets them. That's because they're just pushing them to this area, not really that they hire from there. And then the final job there is the front-end developer jobs in Lagos. Pretty much, they are very vague. And these comparisons that we are doing, they are based on the first things that we are seeing on the page. If you notice, the screenshots I took are like just from the top, so you know that there is no scroll or anything. So the good thing about knowing how to Google is when you search, the first thing you see should be what you are looking for, unless the information you are looking for is not really available. Now, you will notice that on the right, we combined some operators together, right? So we are using entitle, and we're using cite, and we're also using after the combo. We are specifically looking for people that are hiring front-end roles on x.com, and the roles should only be after the 10th of November. But if you notice, the search results are all tweets from people that are actually hiring people. Now, if you compare it to the first slide, you will see that the first slide are just from hiring websites that they tell you to submit your CV and you don't even get back, or you get like an automated rejection, and then from a site that doesn't really hire people a lot or don't have the reputation of hiring people. But you will notice that now that we've tailored our slides into where exactly we're looking for and the timeline, we will see actual tweets from actual people. Now, this doesn't only work on Twitter. I'm just using x.com because I believe a large majority of people are on x.com, or at least understand how the site works and understand how posts there work. But this can also work on LinkedIn. This can work on Facebook. This works on any site that has a .com. So the only thing you need to do is add the site, and then add the URL that you're looking for, and boom, it's going to bring out tweets. So you can notice that because we added the after operator, it only shows recent, between 10th of November and today, that's just 8 days. We can notice that the search results that we're getting are 19 hours ago, the ones that are specified there, 19 hours ago, 14 hours ago. And if you click on the links, you actually see that they are recent. And we all know that if you apply to jobs when they are recently posted, it just increases your chances of getting hired by that job because it was recently open. So we don't just have to use entitle, or we just don't have to use cite or after. We can actually merge them together. But the thing is, some people just want to search, like, oh, I can just search hiring front end. It's not a job I'm looking for. Anything that happens, I'll scroll. But then you spend hours scrolling on Google, but you say you are not seeing a job, but you're just not searching the right way you're supposed to search. If you search the right way you're supposed to search, the chances might get better, actually. Okay, so the next slide is showing us another way that we can actually merge multiple operators. In the previous slide, we've merged entitle, we've merged cite, and we've merged after. This is another example of what you can merge. So for people that are planning to relocate to another country, now you might be looking for information that can help you. What do I need to do? What do I need to buy? What do I need to apply for? And then you might search on Google, and then you might just be seeing articles of people that, the articles might be accurate, but then they might be biased because one person is not the same thing with another person. And so because this worked for this person, doesn't mean it works for you. This person could have had connections and you don't, but you can go and follow his article and then it will end up not working for you. So what if it's actually possible for you to search for these requirements that you're looking for within government organizations. This is just one example, by the way. Within government organizations. So previously, we've used sites in like the full URL, like x.com. But you can also search extensions like .gov. This is also useful for the students too. You can search .edu if you're looking for educational resources. You can use .edu, and then everything that will come out are actual verified educational websites that you can know, that you can trust, like the information that they are giving to you. So this example now that we're using, this is for somebody that is about to japa to the UK, and they are looking for visa requirements. Now, instead of just going to go and check random blogs that might probably be outdated or biased, they can actually check the main government organizations. So we can see that all the sites that are available are from government. Any website that has like .gov as an extension is a verified governmental website. So they know that the information that they are seeing is information that they can rely on. What did they need to do? They just needed to add site.gov and then add a quote keyword. That quote keyword is pretty much just telling Google, you see that particular word or those particular letters that are there, I want it in my search. So it's only going to show you searches that have that particular keyword that you have in quotes. So there are a lot of things that we can do with operators. We just have to learn how to mix and match. Now, I know you might be thinking, oh, but this is a lot of stress. I mean, why not just search? Well, think about the time that you'll be saving if you just search properly and search the right way and get the stuff that you are supposed to get. So let's recap a bit, just in case you've forgotten everything we just talked about. You can use quotes to search for that particular exact phrase that you're looking for, like the way we use quotes in UK to search for sites that have UK in brackets. And then we can use dash. Oh, we didn't talk about this. We can use dash to remove unwanted results. So say you are looking for a course, right? But you don't really like how Udemy teaches. So you're looking for a Python for beginners course, and you don't like how Udemy teaches, or you don't like how some stuff are paid or ads or something. You can just search and then write minus Udemy. And then you will not see any single Udemy search in what you have just, in the results you get, because you have excluded that particular keyword. Okay, the next one is site. Site helps you to search inside the site without being in the site. I know Twitter has a search bar. You can just go to Twitter and search. But like, why do you have to go to Twitter first before we search on Twitter? We can just not be on Twitter. Oh, yeah, that works for people that are not on Twitter too. The next one is file type. You can search for specific file types. This could either be PDFs, MP4s, MP3, documents files, whatever it might be. As far as it exists on Google, as far as there is one website that has uploaded it to the internet, you will definitely find it. And then the next one is using the before and after operators. So this helps you to streamline your search. So if you don't want anything from 2007, it's mostly for news, but you can use it for job search as well. If you don't want any job, if you only want to see jobs that were posted from yesterday downwards on Twitter or on Facebook, you can do that, and you can make sure that you get those results. And then the final one is in title. So we can search for keywords that have that, you can search for things that have that particular keyword that we set in the title. So you can be sure that whichever search results that you get, that particular thing that you search there is going to be in the title. One thing that we do have to know is that Google has 99% of the answers that we're looking for. 99%, I said 99% because that remaining 1%, sometimes it's just not there. But you have to learn how to search. You just don't type any random thing into the keyboard or type a full sentence into the keyboard and expect Google to understand what you're saying. You have to understand how to put in those keywords into the site, where to search for stuff, and how to search for stuff. And hopefully you should be able to get better search results. So that's a wrap. If you try any of this and it works for you, feel free to make it sweet and then just tag me and brag about it because you deserve to brag about it. That's all. Thank you guys.